Da-da! Captain Gadrian and his empty ass, unused ass kitchen is here to drag her fave.
I'm the librarian, and I came to read.
Now let me tell you that the Adrian Army comes through so good. This choker was sent to me by Mahogany's Chokers on Instagram, mahoganieschokers.com. She makes it all herself. She hit me up. She said that she wanted to give me something a little bit regal. And I said, okay, I want to wear one of my favorite shirts to match. And that's exactly what I did. Okay, let me tell you something. Y'all come through with my P.O. box. I'll be sending me such cute shit. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, from gifts to letters. Like, everything means the world. Thank you guys so much. Now let me tell you what would also mean the world if you went over to fortheculturepodcast.com and listen to our latest episode entitled The Most Unprotected. And that's in reference to Malcolm X. The most unprotected in this country is the black woman. So in that grain, we respond to a specific video that y'all have been asking me in my mentions, asking me in my comments to respond to. So go ahead on over, sis, and let me know what you think. Since I'm gonna have to be doing some heavy dragging in this video, I wanted to start out with something cute and light. We had Tiffany ask, New York was talking about Kanye West, and this is what she had to say.
I literally looked at his photo recently with a magnifying glass, and he doesn't even know that he has demons on his kneecaps. Those demons on his kneecaps, they just need to be exorcised.
I mean, that white man was sitting there like, okay, girl, I'm not gonna do too much. I think the shit is funny. He's like, I think this shit is really funny, but bitch, I'm not gonna do too much. He kept that straight face. I was like, okay, sis. Alright, sis, Tiffany ass is so fucking crazy. New York ass, you can't take her nowhere. But I am like New York because I really do want to see Kanye West just succeed. And maybe if we do exorcise those knee demons, okay? I don't know if we have to call Jergens or Johnson & Johnson. Either way, if we exercise those knee demons, we might be able to see something different. And that's what I'm hoping that we see. Now, I was going through some of my content and I realized that I spent a little bit too much time talking about Childish Gambino's interesting ass music video and not enough time talking about the genius that Janelle Monae is when we're looking at her visual album. I want everyone to take, you know, I don't think it's longer than an hour. I want you to take a moment out your day, just watch the revolutionary shit that Janelle Monae pushed out. And as I think I put this on Twitter, that I'm mad at myself for sleeping on Janelle Monae so much. And she knew that. She knew that she's underrated. She knows that she continues to be underrated. But when you do watch that visual album, you see the outside the box type of thinking that she had to use in order to present this very interesting concept that reflects a lot of what is happening in society today. I really do relate to her because in a lot of her songs, she talks about how she used to be dragged in school and in the industry for the very same things that she is establishing herself off of right now. And I'm just like, girl, I can definitely relate to that story. So let's give her props, sis, because she really does deserve it. Now, the Backstreet Boys came out with a song called Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Let me look this shit up, because I mean, I was listening to that shit last night. I was like, girl. Yes, it's called Don't Go Breaking My Heart. I listened to that shit and they were, you know, I saw the music video. They were giving me crossing guard tees with the choreography. There's no excuse. The song wasn't all that fucking great. I'm so disappointed. And y'all can't lie to me and say that song's cute. If y'all haven't heard it, go listen to it for a second and tell me what you think. Because listen, I mean, I just have to be honest here, sis. It's giving me Fisher Price type productions, and you just gonna have to be mad that I said it. She will, as I said on Twitter, she will get a cute bop out of me if I'm tipsy at the club and I hear it. Okay, yes ma'am. But I am not rushing to search that shit again. There were two conversations that happened recently, and if you have time, because I'm not gonna sit down and break down everything. If you have time, go and listen to Jennifer Lewis's interview on The Breakfast Club, and also this conversation that Jada and Willow was having. Now, first, Jennifer Lewis, she's dropped a lot of gems. But she was just saying, yeah, as humans, we are like this, but make sure that you don't stay down for too long. She said that she still has welts on her legs from when her mom used to hit her. And she's just like, kids don't understand that shit, y'all, you need to talk to them. And she was saying, because I know that there are even people who are watching this saying that they're okay and that their parents hit them and, you know, they're fine. But then if you talk to those same people, they can't wait to beat their own kids as well. So it's just, it is a cycle. I think my mother was great at talking to me, but there was a point where, and she told me this, there was a point where, you know, I did something fucked up and she was ready to beat my ass. And so she said, hold out your hand. And she got the belt and she hit my ass. And I looked at her dead in her face. I looked at her dead in her face. You talking about Ariana Grande, no tears left to cry, sis. It's all out. Bitch, she said, hold out your hands. I said, She said from that day she knew she couldn't hit my ass no more. It's not worth it, stop. Like, I understand, and I'm not saying, listen, I would be the most fucked up parent, which is why I'm not having kids. I'm not claiming to know everything about parenting because I don't have kids, you know what I mean? But I really do understand her point, and people repeat this cycle. I'm not saying there shouldn't be consequences for your actions, girl. Like, that's a whole nother topic, but some people really do a lot and they do too much, and they really think that physical is the only answer to every question, and that's not the case. So that's what she was talking about. Willow and Jada, a lot of people were also uncomfortable by this. And this is a trigger warning for self-harm, sorry. Willow went on there and said that at one point she used to cut herself. And I completely understand, first of all, I completely understand, especially the way that she explained it. It's like you feel so fucked up inside, and everyone who's looking at you is just, there's nothing wrong with you, you're not physically sick. So it feels like you're crazy because on the inside, you feel depressed, anxious, and fucked up, just mental state all over the place, but your physical self is not displaying that. And so you don't take yourself seriously, people don't take you seriously, and people have also explained that, you know, the physical pain is something that they can hold on to while the whole world seems like it's falling apart. So it's just, I love the fact that she was able to tell her mother that, and she wasn't ready to pounce on her, but she was trying to understand. A lot of people were saying that, well, Jada is a bad parent because she didn't realize that her kid was cutting herself at a certain age. And I'm just like, how many secrets are you bitches holding from your parents? Think about it. How many secrets your parents don't even know them shits right now? If you told you could tell your mama some shit right now, or your daddy some shit right now, that would have their ass choking out and having a heart attack. I can't believe you did that. Girl, stop fronting. And the reason why this is so important is because we want to move towards an area in society where kids don't feel like they have to hide these shits from their parents. Kids don't have to feel like they have a roof over their head and they eating, so why the fuck you got anything to be depressed or fucked up about? You know, we want to move in that direction. So the more y'all demonize, the more y'all, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. It happens. Okay, so let's confront it. Damn. Let's just go ahead and move to the pumpkin patch, even though it's not fucking Halloween yet. Donald Trump's jack-o'-lantern, Bill Dass, went up there and he was talking about MS-13. Oh, MS-13 to gangs. Oh, they're all animals. They're animals. These are not humans. They're animals. People were online talking about, oh, y'all are fucking mad that he called MS-13 animals when they're gangs and when they murder and do all type of shit. They are animals, and it's just, y'all are missing the point. I'm not saying that they should be ignored, but we have a bigger problem in this country, and that's violent ass white people, and he's not using that same power, he's not using that same energy to go after them as he is these gangs, okay? The second thing is that every time he talks about immigrants in general, it always somehow gets to MS-13, always. So what he's doing is branding immigrants with, you know, gangs as usual, and he's tying those two shits together every time he opens his mouth about immigrants. So those are the two things that are making us fucking angry. I want y'all to think deeper. Think deep. You are on the surface level. I want you to go deeper. A lot of this shit is about brainwashing and honestly branding. If you think about it, Donald Trump, that's all he had. It's just the ability to brand himself as being rich or whatever, even if he wasn't, you know? So he knows how to do shit like that, and that's what's currently happening. He's branding this shit a certain way, and it's been happening since he was on the campaign. It's ugly. And the reason why things like that are so dangerous is because you get people like Aaron Schlossberg, I don't know, white frat boy built ass lawyer, white frat boy built ass, beer chugging, boat shoe wearing, frat boy lawyer built ass. He went up there and let me show you some of the shit he was fucking saying.
Clients at your staff is speaking Spanish to customers when they should be speaking spoken. She's speaking it. Is America? I pay for their welfare. I pay for their ability to be here.
Girl, they got his ass right on out of there, bitch. You're ignorant ass. Bitch, he said, I'm calling ICE. I'm calling, girl, okay. You better call ICE. La migra. Those girls were not shook. Girl, that's like, call them so they can see how much of an ignorant asshole your ass is. And that's what I'm telling you, words matter. You have the president up here and you have the administration up here saying dumbass shit like that. People are gonna feel real bold to express the views they already had hidden deep in their fucking heart. But I'm sure it was very apparent in their hiring habits. You see how angry he is that someone else is here in my country, wow. Y'all came in here and wiped hoes out and just said it's mine. It's the Taylor Swift syndrome, like I said. Y'all do shit, y'all are the aggressors and turn around and act like you're the victim, like someone's taking your country. Bitch, you took it away from someone else in the fucking first place. You have no goddamn right. Sit your fucking ass down somewhere, bitch. And now you can't practice law, bitch. Now your whole Twitter account is just fucked up with all types of shit. I want racists to have a hard time in this fucking life. Y'all gonna change, or else that bank account will. And something else that happened, 13-year-old Xavier Parker was kidnapped on his way home from school in Houston. He's okay now, but they took his shoes and phone and shit. They were texting his mom talking about, we gonna kill him, you gonna find him tomorrow and shit. I was just like, wow, this shit is ridiculous. Can't even go to fucking school. When you're a minority in this country, you have to think about going to school and also, avoiding being lynched. What the fuck? And I'm ready for some type of change. And I'm telling you right now, I put on Twitter, I said Thanos had the right idea. Thanos had the right idea. Snap your fingers and get these hoes out of here. I wanted to speak really quickly about net neutrality because a lot of people are celebrating a little bit too early. Personally, I think that this is a PR move so that a few Republicans can say, oh my God, look, I signed on to save net neutrality. Vote for me. Yeah, I think that this is nothing more than that because after this, it passed in the Senate. That's really cute, but it has to pass in the fucking House, girls. And we need to flip 25 Republicans, I think, for that shit to happen. And then Trump has to sign that shit for it to even be I'm glad that we are making an attempt and really raising our voices, but let's keep our eye on the prize, sis. This was really cute and I'm glad we won the Senate. Ooh, but sis, I'm gonna need for you to bring out the grease and the fucking pan, sis, and turn on the stove because we got bigger fucking fish to fry, sis. I'm hoping though that the House does do like the Senate and agrees with a majority of Americans who want to save the net neutrality rules, just so that Trump will be alone like he usually is. Both personally and professionally, if you want to call this shit a profession. I want him to be alone in his decision to repeal net neutrality. Let's make it difficult, or at least take a huge shit on his ego. The Senate committee released 2,500 pages about the 2016 Trump Tower meeting. It's a bunch of shit going on. I'm not even gonna try and decipher all of it for y'all. That shit is crazy. But I did want to talk about one specific point. Trump Jr. agreed to take a meeting with a Russian lawyer. Apparently, he believed that her ass would have some type of damaging information about Hillary Clinton. After that meeting, he made an 11-minute phone call to a blocked number. But he's claiming that he can't remember who he called and whether or not he talked to his father about all this Russian shit. I don't recall. They said he said it over 100 times. I don't recall. Y'all can fact check me on that. I think that's what happened. I was like, wow, sis. Just get that memory checked. At this point, get the memory checked. Do they need to do some type of brain surgery on your ass, girl? And this is a kicker. According to Trump's former campaign manager, Donald Trump used a blocked phone number at his personal residence at the time of the call. So it's all falling into place. We already know what's going on. I personally believe that all these investigators have all the tea and they're just waiting for his ass to talk his ass in a circle, talk his ass into the grave so they can just put the nails in the coffin. I believe it. But in the meantime, this man is fucking up the globe and he needs to be out of office. I don't even know why we had these old ass white men making decisions for the rest of the globe, sis, but that's a whole nother fucking video, girl. And on that note, I know I don't have much of one, but bigotry can kiss my ass. Have a good goddamn evening.